Talk Audio. Hi and welcome to the second edition of our Tech Talk Audio series on responsible AI with Rudraksh Pavalkar, Accenture's global delivery lead for the Responsible AI program. While the first episode served as an introduction to the topic, today we focus entirely on EU regulations and compliance in the context of responsible artificial intelligence. So, Rudy, what are the current and expected future AI regulations in the DACH region?
Last year, 2021 April, there was a draft EU AI regulation that was proposed within the EU Parliament, and there is no directive as of yet on the set of countries within DACH region, but they have to have proper processes and compliance framework to be implemented as part of the EU AI regulation, and that particular regulation will come into effect probably by the end of 2024. And this particular regulation will impact everyone and every corporation in the world that does business within European Union. So that is the most important regulation at this point of time.
And what will these regulations focus on?
The risk based AI governance is a center stage, and the focus is predominantly on a certain risk criteria. So they have at the topmost banned, or let's say prohibited systems which are impacting human life in a very bad way, like scoring, right? Or using the biometrics information in medical area which is not controlled properly by an AI, right? Or governed properly for an AI system, and it can leak some personal information, right? So those are like prohibited system unless and until you take some measures to bring it down to high risk systems. So the second categorization is high risk system, and this is the prime focus area for the EU AI regulation, where you have examples like screening of resumes, for example, when you hire people, right? Or educational assessment by a university, right? So you want to make sure that those systems are not taking any decision based on color or background or nationality, right? Or even gender. So that's where biggest focus is. And then comes the low risk and the no risk systems. But the main idea is that making sure the AI is not exploiting human beings and not creating any harmful environment for the human beings. And the penalties can go as high as 30 million euros or 6% of the revenue of the company.
How do regulations such as these affect businesses in their operations?
Majority of the companies, whether they are in retail or in banking arena or even the automotive, which is the core of German economy, where we see autonomous driving taking over, or use of AI in engaging with the customers through chatbot, or leveraging AI to make decisions on credit card applications or policy applications, for example, definitely have a lot of impact. Because if you are creating, let's say for example, a store of the future where you are leveraging AI to make decisions which are impacting customer insights and customer journey, definitely we want to make sure that we are keeping the data safe and secure. While doing so, we are also making sure the AI, which is consuming resources on hyperscalers or in private clouds, is not consuming resources too much and they are sustainable. And at the same time, the AI that is taking a decision for a particular sale to happen or a particular product to be sold, they are explainable and traceable in nature. So, from that perspective, the entire data value chain and the customer and the consumer value chain is impacted with this.
How can businesses find out whether their AI is responsible?
There are a lot of products available in the market, but you don't always have to be reliant on the products. You can also have assets that you can build as a data scientist, or you can buy COTS products off the shelf, which you can implement to do some scoring on your fairness assessment, or find out the explainability component as part of the transparency. So There are certain ways in which you can analyze your AI application and check based on the output of the testing and the scoring that whether the output is getting a biased output or it is getting influenced through some not so transparent logic. So simple things like that can help you identify whether your AI application is responsible or not.
What do you, as Accenture's global delivery lead for the Responsible AI program, what do you recommend to businesses dealing with AI regulations?
We are not in the situation of recommending anything on the regulations, but we can definitely help with respect to sustainability and responsibility by design implementation.
Well, thank you very much, Rudy, for these insights, and thank you, dear listeners. Tune in again in 2 weeks. In the next 3 episodes, we'll focus on different fields where responsible AI is applied. Next up is finances. TikTok Audio.